Hello again. Hope you enjoyed your last virtual Wednesday. Now we're back to the half days on Wednesday again. So again, back to rotating Wednesdays. So anyway, today we're going to be talking about bank accounts, how to keep track of your bank account, how to balance your checkbook essentially. Some key vocabulary included in today's work. So initial balance, that's the amount of money you have in your account at the start. Whatever your starting is at the start of your bank account. Maybe you deposited $500 when you first opened your account, or maybe you're just talking about at the start of the month, and you checked your balance on the first of the month or something. All right, now a deposit is anytime you add money into your account. So you're putting more money into your personal account at the bank. It's called a deposit. A transaction is any time you are exchanging money for goods or services in either direction. Usually that's essentially when your money is going out. Call it a transaction. And lastly is your balance, is your amount of money that you still have in your account after all the transactions and deposits have been taken care of. Again, what you have left is called your balance. And so this is an example of what a checkbook balance sheet looks like. So again, I have this in my checkbook, and even though I don't pay everything with actual checks, and I pay some things online, I still try to keep track of my amount of money, especially right after I've paid bills, so I kind of know how much money I have going forward. So first thing I would do is I always check my balance from the previous time or from looking at my actual bank records, and I would update that as a description. I might just put in balance. And then over here on the side, I'd put in what that amount was. Let's say I've got $1,492.11. Well, now, as I go through and do some things, like for example, let's say I wrote a check. Checks all have numbers on them so you can keep track. Let's say I wrote check 1,022. Then I would put the date in. Well, today is the 14th. I'm making this video on a Wednesday. All right, and then the description, what are you doing? Well, maybe I'm making my car payment. And then since this is money that's going out, I would list it under transactions. Let's say my car payment, just to keep our math easy, let's just say it's $500. Exactly. All right, now what's my balance? I want to keep track of all this as I go. So now I'll take the balance I used to have, and I just spent some of my money. So I'll have to minus that 500, which will get me $992.11. So I keep what's called a running balance, or a running total. I do it as I go. I don't wait till the very end. And then let's say I have to write another bill. So the check number 1023, and it's the same date. And this time I'm paying the gas bill because my house has gas heat. I like having heat in the winter. But right now it's October, so I haven't been using much gas except for grilling out and cooking food and things like that. So my gas bill is relatively small. Let's say it's $37.08. All right, so then I have to subtract that again, including the cents. So 11 cents minus 8 cents, and then I minus. So I now have $955.03. Now let's say the next bill I pay is online. I do pay some of my bills online. Still put the date. I still keep track. One of the bills I pay online, I pay my Visa payment online. And again, let's keep the math simple. Let's say I make my Visa payment of $400. I put $400 on my credit card last month, and I got to pay that off. So now I got $555.03. Then maybe the next thing I do is I got a check for $100 from my grandma on my birthday. So I put in, birthday money. And since this is a deposit, I'm putting money into the bank. I list it in a different column. This column I'll be adding. So again, this deposit column is adding. The transaction column is more subtracting. All right, so now I'm going to add that in. Now I have $655.03. And that's everything for today. I've paid all of my current bills. Now I know how much money I have left, just in case I need something. Maybe my car tire needs replaced or something like that. I know I have extra cash. So it's important to kind of keep a running balance so you know how much money you have and how much money you can afford to spend. All right, your work will be something similar to filling out a balance sheet like this today, based on someone else's experience. So hopefully this makes sense, when to add and when to subtract and how to keep that running balance. All right, good luck today.